welcome to Trashy Trashy, where we take a dumpster dive on this week's garbage people and a look at all the trashiest news stories. My name is Erica, and I am your host.
My name is Cassandra, and fuck. I already blew it. I was like, I felt like a horse running up the gate and tripping on their own feet. That's what that felt like.
You ran the light.
My name is Cassandra, and I'm your other host. Oh, Jesus. My name is whatever. I have a hard name to say.
Cassandra Cardenas.
Uh-huh.
That's how I say it in my heart.
That's nice. In my heart.
Yeah.
I call you. When I say your name in my heart, it just sounds like Erica Curry.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thanks.
I was told recently that I have a pretty singing voice. And then I sang to my partner, and he was like, I don't know who told you that, but they must not be your true friend. And I was like, yeah, that sounds more realistic. Take me down a peg on that one.
There was a guy that used to walk around like one of the neighborhoods I lived in when I was in high school. There was a man who would just kind of take like daily walks, like an older man, and he was always like had like the biggest smile on his face while he was out walking. It's kind of like crazed, but like it was just like whatever. And my cousin was staying with us for like a few weeks, like over the summer, and she was singing. She like decided to like try to make me laugh by singing as she was walking out that door because she thought I was down at the car. I wasn't. And the man was walking by as she was singing, and she said it was the first time that she saw his face move because his smile became strained.
Oh no.
His casual walking smile was like, ugh. His bad singing. Yeah.
I was told to make a joyful noise, and then I was told, Jesus can hear you in his heart. Like, you don't have to sing.
Oh, no.
That's what I was told growing up.
Did you do anything fun this week?
I went out to dinner at 8 p.m. last night.
What are you, in Europe?
Yeah. What am I, crazy? And it was like a hard eaten, hard drinking meal.
Oh, wow.
I was out for like 2 hours.
Oh, what? 2?
And then I went and got ice cream like a maniac.
Oh my God.
I might as well have been on cocaine. I was like, what am I doing?
And you were
I'm out so
able
late.
to stay awake?
Yeah. That's what happens when you go out in K-Town. You just, the energy just is alive.
We went out last night too. And it was funny because it's 2 of our good friends are moving up to Sacramento. And so we were kind of like, it was like a going away-esque thing. And we all had dinner. Shout out Ashley Reardon. We had dinner at Ash's place. And then it got kind of thrown out there. What if we went out and this is probably 7:45 and we're all like, oh, I don't know. And the way we decided whether or not we should go out is we all everyone except Ashley had to close their eyes and raise their hand on whether or not they wanted to go out. Like, we took a vote on it because I feel like everyone was so afraid to like admit or commit to the idea. And so Ash was like, okay, everyone's eyes are closed. If you want to go out, put the number 1 up. And like, I could everyone immediately put number 1 out. And she's like, okay, everyone wants to go out. But it was like, I don't know why we couldn't just be honest and have a conversation. Because we're so old. Everyone was kind of afraid to be the one to pull the trigger on it.
Nobody wanted to be the one to pull the trigger, and nobody wanted to be the one that said, absolutely not, it's too late to go out.
I feel like we all could have went either way. And we ended up staying out kind of late, and well, I think I was home by midnight. But we went to the Short Stop in Echo Park.
Oh,
And
good old
it
times.
was great. And it was, I mean, this is a Tuesday or what? Oh, no, it was a Wednesday. And so there was like no one on the dance floor. And so it was like me and Ashley and her husband, my partner, and we're like dancing. And I, I know some of the songs, some of the ones I don't. I had a moment where I was like, I should go to the DJ and be like, can you put some stuff for some, some old ladies like us? But I didn't. And I felt like there was more people coming to the bar the later it was, but they would like check the dance floor and see the four of us out there on the empty dance
Uh-huh.
floor and go, "Nah, I'm not dancing."
Yeah, I'm not jumping in on that.
Like I felt like we were driving people away with our elder smell. I don't know.
The Geritol of
Yeah. It was I mean, I was basically out in pajamas too. Like I had overalls on that were made of pajama material, and I was wearing socks with slips. I didn't think we were going to go out that night, and it wasn't like, oh, look at how cool she looks. She like it wasn't like a hipster pajama outfit. It was like someone like check her wrist for a life alert. I think she's lost.
this way, Grandma. Like there's that meme that's going around where it's like, back in my day, and they're like, sure, Grandma, let's get you back in the car.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. Anyways, why are you trash this week?
Well, I went to the movies.
Uh-huh.
And I love going to the movies. I love the pictures. I put my phone away. I'm like immersed in a different world. I'm also a monster.
Okay.
So my partner and I order a large popcorn and a large drink to share, a ginger ale, if you will.
I will.
And there's like 30 minutes of previews. We've gone through an entire bucket of popcorn before the movie starts and most of a large drink. And I go to pick up the drink. It's sitting between us and I drop it. Like from wrist height, I drop it and it spills everywhere. I'm
Oh
talking
no.
everywhere. So I am like mortified. I get up, I go tell the staff. They're like, "Is it just on the carpet?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "We'll just deal with it after the movie. Don't worry about it." So I refill the drink. I get us some more popcorn. I'm like, "Okay, that's embarrassing." We're watching Dune, which is 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
Without
Cut to
preview.
about it without previews.
Fuck.
Cut to about an hour and a half in at a critical moment in the movie. And I pick up the drink again.
No, Erica.
And I fucking drop it. Again. A full ginger ale everywhere. Everywhere. And I
around you?
so many people. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Did that get on you? And they're like, no, you're fine. You're fine. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. like I spilled it twice. And Winston he is the most like, don't make waves, don't draw attention to us person. And if he could have shrunk into my pocket and disappeared, he would have. Like, he was like, how did you do this? I dropped a full, large movie style drink twice. And then he was like, after the movie, he was like, I'm not worried about you. I just don't think you were paying attention. I don't think you have like some degenerative nerve condition. He's like, I just think you weren't paying attention and dropped the drink.
Your hand was just like, I'm done.
It gave up halfway through the sip.
Oh my God. I don't know why that's so funny. It's just so embarrassing.
It's like mortifying. Once before the movie, once like at a heightened moment in the movie. It was Humiliating. Why are you trash?
It's a historical trash. It's a so I guess my first acting gig ish. I wasn't acting. So there's a show that used to be on Adult Swim called Tom Goes to the Mayor. It's like a Tim and Eric jam, and it's stop motion animation, but like they do stop motion with actual actors. And so I don't know. I think my mom got me this job. I was like 13 or 14, maybe 15. My mom got me this job off of like Actors Access or some shit like that. I know my agent didn't do it because it was only like $60, but it was basically extra work for Tom Goes to the Mayor. And I had to go in and just get my photo taken doing a bunch of different things. And so I walked in and they were like, cool, like, so you're going to be in a summer camp. So put on this camp shirt, whatever. And, pretend you're around a fire, pretend you're roasting marshmallows, pretend you saw something scary, like all that kind of shit. And just click, 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 whatever. So I'm so excited about this experience. And I check the TV guide back in these days constantly on the cable to like wait for my episode because I knew the episode was called Pipe Camp because the shirt I had on said Pipe Camp. So cut to the episode airs like, a couple months later, something like that. Pipe Camp is a camp for children where they teach them to smoke pipes, which is it's a comedy show, so fine. The premise wasn't what upset me ultimately. What upset me is that Pipe Camp was a camp for boys. So, but don't worry, I wasn't left on the cutting room floor. I was still in it. I was just like, my hair was like, I had boobs and my hair was to my boob. Like I had long fucking hair. So most of my shots that they used were me sitting to the side or my back. But I was like, that's one of those things where I was like, I can't tell everyone about my first time on TV because then they're going to find out that they're using my picture for a camp for boys.
And it's still on your reel to this day.
Yes. Yes, I still have things from when I was 14 years old on my current adult reel. So if you're one of those random people who somehow can watch Tom Goes to the Mayor online, check out Pipe Camp and see if you can spot the teenage girl amongst all the real life boys. They gave the boys more camera time, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what's not great?
Oh, our first story.
From mobilesyrup.com. Disgruntled customer eggs a Vancouver Island cell phone store.
On Saturday, employees at Quinsam Communications in Campbell River, Vancouver Island were left stunned when a man entered the store and began hurling eggs at displays, devices, and workers.
The accused, dressed in a red sweatshirt with a gray bandana around his face, walked in and began venting his frustration about TELUS and 5G technology.
Uh-huh.
This has got nothing to do with you, boys, the accused said to the staff before pelting the business and the boys with eggs. Hey, this don't take this personally, okay? This is just something a man has got to have a code, and you're just a part of it.
I mean, it's like walking in, you just walk into a random Verizon store and go, I don't like this about your business. And they're like, well, we are a franchise store. We have nothing to do with those decisions. Fuck you. That's essentially that energy.
Yeah. So the accused believed that the others were using TELUS 5G network to gain access to his cellular devices. And based on his body language, tone, and actions, he appeared to be extremely unhappy about it. Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Guess what? First and foremost, your information is being stolen all the time from your phones. the second you bought your phone, you played yourself. Like, they have everything. For what it's worth, though, they don't care. It's just because they want to give you ads. That's all.
Yeah, they're just trying to make money off you.
Yeah, no one cares ultimately what you do on your day-to-day basis. No, this guy probably just had like some bad dick photos and was like, 5G, my pee-pee's gonna be everywhere.
Oh my God.
Time to go egg some people.
My favorite people are the people who think that there's like 5G in the pandemic coronavirus. Oh my God. The
Vaccine?
the vaccine. Thank you. I could not think of that word.
That's all right. I got there with your word cloud.
Yeah, thank you. This is how I was jumping. Those are my favorite people that think that there's 5G in a vaccine or that it
A
causes
microchip in the
a
vaccine. It's like,
microchip. I'm like, do you know how fucking expensive that would be?
also, hey, where'd you learn about the microchip that you think is going to track you? Facebook. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Is that where you did your own research?
Yeah. I have bad
Got
news for
it.
you. Facebook is the worst one of them all.
I mean, Meta is the worst one of them all, but we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we call a teaser in the industry.
Mm-hmm. I feel teased.
Ooh, this next girl, I bet teased her sister quite a bit.
Yes, according to clickorlando.com, a woman tries to stop sister from driving drunk and gets bitten.
She was taken to the Sumter County Jail.
So a woman who was too drunk to drive bit her sister during a fight outside of a bar. Melody Jean Smalley. Man, that's rough. They give you a full fucking name in case anyone wanted to know who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Had been drinking with friends Saturday night at the World of Beer when she called her two sisters to come and get her. You don't like
when
the
her
World of Beer?
sisters. Oh, I think that's like a spot on name. Like if I put that in a script, you'd be like, "It's a little on the head, Erica."
Yeah, you're right.
When her sisters arrived, Smalley insisted on driving herself home, and the report said one of Smalley's sisters tried to stop her by getting into the driver's seat of Smalley's car, records show. Smalley pulled her sister out of the driver's seat by her hair, dragging her to the ground, police said.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's some shit only sisters can do to each other.
I was gonna say, like, did you ever fight, like, physical fight with your sister like that?
Like, one time, I've told the story on Trashy Trashy and apologized to her about it, but we're more like verbal or don't speak about it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. As they fought each other, the remaining sister tried to break them up, the report said. After the fight, the sister who was attacked left in her own car. The remaining sister corralled Smalley, getting her into the back seat of her car. In the car, Smalley continued to argue and fight, and that's when the biting happened.
Whoa. Someone may need to take a break from the World of Beer.
Yeah, because Smalley, her sister, reached back into the back seat of the car, and that's where Smalley sunk her teeth into her sister's thumb, piercing the skin and then refusing to let go.
Ouch.
Yikes.
That hurts.
Oh, that's like a dog. Like when they just clamp down and won't let go.
Yeah. You know what else hurts, though?
What?
Fucking paying $19 for stupid shit from Apple.
Apple, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
My partner just got the new MacBook. Like the brand new one.
Oh, I bet that cost him a pretty penny.
Yes, I believe it did. And it's so far, I mean, I have a newer MacBook, so I'm like, oh yeah, cool. Like, whatever. I've had this for like, I know that shit. But it is loud.
Ooh, that's no good.
No, I mean in a good way. Like the speakers are loud.
Oh, nice. I thought it was like humming.
Oh, no, no. No. So, according to Vice.com, Apple wants $19 for a cleaning cloth.
Say hello to Apple's latest innovation, a polishing cloth that costs $19. For almost $20 plus shipping, this off-white cleaning cloth can be yours to have and to hold. Why is it so expensive? According to the overview, Apple's polishing cloth is made with soft, non-abrasive material. The polishing cloth cleans any Apple display, including nano-texture glass, safely and effectively.
So stupid,
Oh,
you know?
so fucking stupid.
It's a microfiber cloth, which you get when you buy glasses or you get it for anywhere so easily.
Yes, all you need is I mean $19 for a piece of fabric, and the dimensions aren't listed on the website, so we don't even know how big this cloth is. Is it desktop sized cleaning cloth? Like maybe are you supposed to cut it off and make rags out of it for other clothing? Like maybe $19 if it's desktop size, but if it's just, a 3x5, GTFO, Apple, GTFO.
Yeah, they're pretty silly over there, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it's just you're paying for such a brand name. And like, have they changed the world? Yes.
Sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I have all their shit. I got the watch, I got the phone, I got the Mac, I got the iPad. Like, I don't think there's anything I don't have.
Yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound. They've got me.
Oh yeah, like I wouldn't switch.
Right. The alternative not beating them. But like they've got us in a vice. They've got my nuts in a vice.
Yeah. Oh, you know who was in a vice?
Ooh, who?
The person getting locked up in the next story. That's a vice, right? I don't know.
Yeah. That's stand by your transition.
Yeah, it was a good one. And hey, this one takes place somewhere near and dear to my heart.
Ooh, and it was sent in by someone near and dear to my heart, Tina Curry.
What up, Tina? So from apnews.com, police burglar gets new keys before she's locked up. This takes place in Coronado, California, which is a pretty little island off of San Diego that I like to go on vacation to.
A woman pretended she owned a Southern California home so a locksmith would make her new keys. Then, police locked her up.
But this is kind of brilliant, although I do not endorse this behavior, and I say that you should never, ever break the law.
Oh, of course. Of course. Don't break the law. But also, like, way to go.
So officers arrested a 43-year-old woman on suspicion of burglary Thursday night in Coronado. The brazen burglary was foiled when the real homeowner called the Coronado police and said that her neighbor noticed suspicious activity at the home. The homeowner was out of town, yet the neighbor saw the lights being turned on and off. You don't go in and just flick the lights on and off. You silly.
Nope. First mistake. Rookie mistake. Like, you get in there on like an A+, and then you just like fail it at the midterms? Come on.
Yeah, like break in during the day where you don't need to turn on the lights.
Exactly. And most people are at work.
Yeah, or if in this case they were out of town.
Officers arrived and the neighbor, a relative of the homeowner, gave them a spare key. But it didn't fit the front door's lock, and metal shavings and pieces of an old lock were on the ground nearby.
Wow. So she didn't just get a new lock, or like she didn't get a new key. She just was like, let's change the locks of this house. Now, I don't know much about the law or squatters' rights, but like, could she have like claimed that she was a squatter and then they can't do anything?
Oh, I don't know enough about squatters or tenants' rights, but like, that's what I would do if I ever got caught breaking in. I would be like, squatters' rights.
So police walked around the home and they saw back doors open, fireplace turned on, and music playing inside. Ooh, sexy time. They called for a helicopter and a canine unit, and they saw someone moving around on the second floor in what was supposed to be an empty house with only one spare key.
Police called out to the person inside, who came out a few minutes later and was arrested. The woman claimed there were 2 kids in the house, but police search turned up empty.
So, there's we like to look on Zillow for fun, as I think everyone does, just to see what's what. And
Mm-hmm.
there's a house in Burbank. It's like 3 bedroom, 2 bath, like right by Warner Brothers, whatever. And it was going for $785,000, which if you
It's
don't live in LA, you're probably like, that's an expensive house. But if you live in LA and you just heard that, you were like, what's
that's
wrong with it?
cheap. Yeah. Is it
Super cheap.
haunted?
So we looked on, we read the description of the house and it said, we do not have pictures of the inside of this house, just the outside. Big lot. Said there was an accidental death in the house on December 14th, 2020. And the house currently has tenants who do not own the house, who are not supposed to be in the house, who are not cooperating. This is all on the Zillow ad. And essentially, it was like for almost $800,000, you can buy yourself a house with hostile squatters. They were like listing the case numbers of like, we've put out this, this, and this. So, like, like you're going to have to deal with this if you move
Yeah.
in and you can't get mad about this. And then after all that shit, it was like close to studios and restaurants, like beautiful neighborhood.
So we don't have pictures of the inside.
It was so
There's a
funny.
pack of rabid coyotes inhabiting the home. They will not leave.
It was so funny. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck does that house look like on the inside?
Yeah, that's magical.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Oh my God. Our next story comes to us from Tina Curry as well.
Again, Tina Curry, thank you so much. And this one, if you're a little bit of a meme connoisseur, I bet you've heard of this story. Comes to us from The Guardian. A hiker lost on U.S. mountain ignored calls from rescuers because he didn't recognize the number.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
I mean, honestly, though, like, or just like, hey, I mean, I got debt. I'm not gonna answer that.
Yeah.
Bill collectors.
A man who became lost 24 hours while hiking on Colorado's highest mountain ignored repeated calls from rescue teams because they came from unknown numbers, authorities say.
I mean, that is sketchy as fuck.
Yeah, it should say like National Park Service or 911 is calling you, you know?
Something like that. Yeah, because I mean, I feel like with my phone, I have the spam blocker on my phone, the one that Apple does, which works sometimes. I feel like they would send their asses straight to voicemail.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The hiker was reported missing around 8 p.m. on the 18th of October after failing to return where he was staying at Lake County Search and Rescue said. Repeated attempts to contact the man through calls, texts, and voicemail messages were ignored, according to a statement released by the agency.
You got to check the voicemails.
Yeah, I never check my voicemails. I hate them.
I don't like them, but like you can look at it and see what the transcription says.
Yeah, I'll read the transcription, but I will not play a voicemail.
Even though the transcriptions are usually like so fucking wrong.
Right.
Like you could call and be like, "Hey, this is Erica Curry. I hope to see you soon. Like I'm going to meet you at this bar at 5." And then the thing will say like, "Hey, this is Eric Surrey. I miss you. Do the Bartman."
Yeah. 5 rescue team members were deployed around 10 p.m. to search high probability areas on and around Mount Elbert, but returned around 3 a.m. the following morning after failing to locate the missing hiker on the 4,400 meter high peak.
So, what is the lesson here that the agency would like everyone to know is that if you're overdue according to your itinerary and you start to get repeated calls from an unknown number, Please answer the phone because it may be search and rescue trying to confirm that you're safe.
Also, he must not have thought he was lost if he didn't
No way.
call out, you know?
Thank God he didn't have like some sort of like movie moment, you know, like where they go to these places to try to escape, but then the phone keeps ringing, they throw it in the river, you know?
Right.
Like, he's
Quick,
hiking.
let's hide behind these chainsaws.
Yeah, he's hiking and just like, oh, I just want to be in this beauty and the serenity, and I'm definitely not lost. And you just keep ringing. Get this thing out of here. Splash.
That's so crazy. Oh my gosh.
This next story grosses me out in ways that I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it.
Okay, we'll get through it real quick.
Okay.
From the NewYorkPost.com, woman blows out giant booger 20 years after childhood bead stuffing incident. A Georgia woman was shocked when a huge booger in her nose was actually a bead that had been lodged there for 2 decades. She then documented it on TikTok and racked up over 7.6 million views.
The revolting phenomenon came to light after the Smyrna resident suffered a sinus infection earlier this year and left her nose completely congested. Hoping to get to the root of the problem, she examined her nostrils with an earwax camera and discovered a blue object lodged in her nasal passage. She got it. Why is she doing this to herself?
Yeah, like, you're not a doctor. You clearly weren't a smart kid. You didn't grow up. It's just wild.
Like I've never thought to myself when I had a sinus infection, like, what's up there?
I better get to the bottom of this.
Let me grab my earwax camera. I saw an ad for an earwax camera yesterday, and I was like, because isn't the whole thing that you're not supposed to use Q-tips because, like, you shouldn't be putting anything in your ear?
Nothing smaller than your elbow should go in your ear.
Right. And so they have earwax cameras to basically be like, when you use Q-tips, you're pushing the earwax further in. Use this camera attached to this like fucking stick and you can just get it all out. And I was like almost tricked, like almost duped into that logic. I'm like, maybe I should get one of these things. But I didn't.
I swear to God, if you put something on TikTok and advertise, like even if it's subliminal, I'm like, I need one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like advertising works on me.
I almost got the leggings. I was just so curious about them, but then I was like,
the butt leggings?
Yeah, but I'm like, where am I ever going to wear these? And everyone's going to fucking know. And no, don't get them.
Oh, I got them. I got the butt leggings. Oh, yeah.
How did they look?
Phenomenal on me.
Shit.
Get them.
Yeah? Should I do like the reaction video where you set up your phone and it's like, oh, my husband sees my butt leggings for the first time. And then it's just like the dudes just walk in, like get all horny right away. Like that's what all those videos were.
They're disgusting. Yeah.
Like, oh, babe. What? It's like, what the fuck? Are those you?
Yeah.
Is that what Winston did?
He was like, yeah, they look good. Like he did not give me the reaction that I was desiring, but
that's why you didn't post it.
That's why I didn't have a reaction shot. It wouldn't have done the same. Yes. Another story comes to us from the New York Post. A Florida man, ding, 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 we're in Florida, found with a live grenade and a clown mannequin inside of his truck.
Well, you know what? Fuck us.
Which one's more scary? The clown mannequin or a live hand grenade?
I mean, I know that you're going to say this clown. I assume that every person in Florida owns a live grenade. So I guess the clown mannequin is what's throwing me off.
You get one upon high school graduation.
If you graduate high school.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's true. So there's Florida. Very few in Florida. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
There's no need for that.
Well, but
There's
they
no need for
know. You
that.
gotta know. You're in Florida. You know.
You know. Deputies in Florida found a live grenade in the truck of an idiot who was driving the terrifying clown mannequin in the passenger seat. Wild video shows.
She's reading the story like verbatim. They just call him an idiot.
This is journalism.
You delivered it so good.
Footage released Monday by the Flagler County Sheriff's Office shows the moment a deputy stumbled upon the explosive find after Lewis Branson, 65, who has not seen his grandkids in about 4 years, was pulled over in Burnell for expired tags on his Dodge pickup. I could have given you $1 million, and I just knew that the next line of that story was expired tags on a Dodge pickup.
If you're going to commit crimes, which we do not recommend you to do, and we absolutely we're opposed to committing crimes, but pay your fucking registration first. Yes. How often does this happen? I feel like every car chase and all this shit, it all starts because you got bad tags. You could have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling registration.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo and the DMV.
Ruh-roh. The deputy pulls this guy over and sees a grenade and a sealed canister in the back of the truck. And he says, "Oh, shoot, is this for real? Get out of the truck. It looked like a possible grenade."
Branson told deputies that he found the grenade 3 or 4 years ago while cleaning out a veteran's home and decided to keep it. You know, the finders keepers rule when cleaning out a veteran's home?
Here's something that I will stand by. If you discover a bomb while cleaning out someone's home, don't keep it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
I'll support you on that.
Yeah, like a grenade is a bomb. I know that sounds obvious, but I feel like that's being missed here. The guy had a bomb.
Just driving around in his Dodge pickup.
So the guy thought he was cool, kept it in his toolbox, and then Sheriff Rick Staley blasted Branson in a statement as an idiot who was lucky he didn't kill himself or destroy his truck. And then along with the along with the grenade, deputies found a life-size clown mannequin, as well as amounts of cocaine, marijuana, and 2 pipes with suspected drug residue. I was wondering where the cocaine was.
Yes. I was like, is there meth coming?
The deputy said, "I'm not sure how the clown fit in. It looked pretty human-sized and crazy." You're not doing your job, detective.
The carpool lane, clearly. That's what the clown mannequin's for.
Pay your fucking tags, though. Come on, guys.
Pay your tags, dude.
No one wants to pay their registration. That shit sucks, and it never feels like it comes at the right time. But you gotta pay it. Otherwise, you're gonna get pulled over with your clown grenade, cocaine, 2 pipes with drug residue, and marijuana. Like, you were asking for it.
Truly are. You know who was also asking for it?
The next guy?
According to ladbible.com, Aussie man buries himself on a beach with $1,000 worth of chips around his head.
Okay, what are chips in Australia? Are they chips or are they fries?
Oh, I think they're chips.
Okay.
I think these are straight up chips because they are hot chips.
What is a hot chip?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever. So he buries himself. Only his little dumb head is sticking out. And for $1,000, or he put $1,000 worth of chips or fries around his head in order to get the birds to get him.
And anybody who's been on to a beach in Australia, or probably the world, will know that seagulls bloody love hot chips, and they will scavenge the hell out of the bins hoping to find some discarded food. So is it French fries or is it chips?
I don't know. This is what's fucked up about it. It's hard for us to report this, and I'm looking at the picture and it's still kind of not clear.
Australian listeners, please weigh in. if you could let us know and tell us what terrible accents we did last week or compliment our accents. I don't know. But if you could weigh in and let us know what chips are, we would greatly appreciate it.
I think it's fries.
Okay. So it's a comedy duo, Marty and Michael. They staged the bizarre stunt on a Surfers Paradise beach this week as a, quote, science experiment.
Hilarious. Do you think
the
that we
public
are a comedy duo?
I think so.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, when I imagine a comedy duo, I assume you need a name. But then again, like most comedy duos, it's just their names. Abbott and Costello.
Right. Lucy and Ethel.
Thank you. I was like, that was the only one I could think of. Harold and Maude. And now Marty and Michael.
Marty and Michael. People were not too pleased with people wasting $1,000 worth of food when one person commented, "Go spend $1,000 to feed homeless people on the coast. That should be a good news story." Another said, "Right. So they endangered a heap of wildlife and waste food, and that's a good thing? Not sure on the funny side."
Okay. I have a controversial opinion.
Okay.
I think that these commenters should shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Like, look, it's a stupid bit, and this comedy duo obviously does physical comedy with these kinds of weird stunts and whatever. Any sort of criticism should just talk about the quality of the bit and why like what was executed about it that wasn't funny. Don't say, couldn't you just feed the homeless with that? Because couldn't you just feed the homeless with a lot of things? Like, that's just, I don't know. I get irritated when people don't like things and then they just try to like tell you what sort of good Samaritan thing you should do instead, as if they fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you. Yeah.
And I don't mean that when I'm talking about like, oh, Jeff Bezos could like solve the world's like poverty in a second. Like, he fucking should. But like the whole thing of,
right.
I'm not going to say that these guys with fries, like, why didn't you donate that $1,000 to charity? Bitch, why don't you donate $1,000 to charity? I don't know. It's this got me hot. It's got me a hot chip.
Well, speaking of hot chips and other things I like to eat, let's get into our next story from Fox9.com. Kellogg sued for $5 million over alleged lack of strawberries in strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Holy strawberries! Kellogg's might be in a jam after a $5 million class action lawsuit was filed over the alleged lack of the berry in the company's frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts. $5 million?
It's a class action lawsuit, so this is going to be distributed.
To whom?
So one person raises it on behalf, and then the class is, and I'm not a lawyer, surprise, but it's like there's one named defendant, and then the class gets in on this. So like they might get the lion's share of the money, and the lion's share will go to the people defending them in this class action lawsuit. And then the rest of it will go to the named defendant. And then the small bits will be distributed amongst the class who are also injured as a part of this.
Wow. You sounded like a lawyer.
I mean, I'm in on a lot of class action lawsuits.
Because you see this shit and you're like, yeah, me too.
Yes, and it keeps companies honest. It's our way of checking companies. Like it's like voting. It's your civic duty to participate in class action lawsuits.
I mean, the justification, I feel like the headline is almost misleading because to me, I thought to myself, they just got an underfilled Pop-Tart. But what they're trying to say is that the product's name is strawberry, but it's most of the filling is a significant amount of non-strawberry fruit ingredients, such as pears and apples and red 40.
Right. Most Americans choose to eat strawberries because of the excellent source of vitamin C necessary for immune and skin health. And she claims that the company has engaged in false advertising.
You know, it's not a bad point. It's weird that we will accept that something is strawberry because it's red. Because it's not like frosted strawberry Pop-Tarts necessarily even taste like strawberry at all. They just kind of
No, it just
taste. So
tastes like red.
yeah. It's like the whole blue raspberry thing. Like, oh, that's blue raspberry. That doesn't taste like raspberries at all. It tastes like blue.
Yes. And if you don't think that certain junk foods taste like colors, then you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, you're a fucking fool. Or what's like orange soda? That doesn't taste like. Well, I guess that's a bad example. Well, how about orange Gatorade? Orange
Right.
Gatorade that does not invoke oranges whatsoever. The only thing that gets close is a LaCroix. A LaCroix typically will taste like what it says it's going to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should screw Gatorade.
Get a class together.
Too much work.
Speaking of too much work, goddamn. Our next story comes to us from Euronews.com. Man asked police to jail him because life at home is, quote, unbearable.
Man under house arrest in Italy went to a police station asking to be put in prison because he found that life at home with his wife was unbearable. That's so I mean, so he was already arrested. It wasn't like some just like guy being like, I hate my kids, please take me to jail. But like
right.
he probably had a lawyer who fought so hard to get him house arrest instead of jail and then was like,
right.
Never mind.
The 30-year-old Albanian national who lives near Rome said he could no longer cope with the forced cohabitation with his wife.
Exasperated by this situation, he preferred to flee and present himself spontaneously in order to ask to serve his sentence behind bars. It's so funny.
He was living at home with his wife and his family. It was not going well anymore. He said, listen, my home life has become hell and I can't take it. I want to go to prison.
That's funny.
Oh my God. Speaking of going to prison and ways to avoid it, according to weau.com, an arson suspect uses push lawnmower to run away, zooms past bumper-to-bumper traffic.
In Honolulu.
Hey, that's is this our first story to take place in Hawaii?
Couldn't be.
Possibly is.
Yeah, we should get one of those like map things that people put on their RVs where they like mark where they've been.
And it's just a giant dot over like Texas, Florida, and California.
Yeah. No, we get to see where we traveled and had trash can people.
Yeah.
Police say that a man accused of arson in Hawaii chose a bizarre method to run away, and the spectacle was captured on camera.
According to KHNL, the man allegedly set fire Monday that triggered a small brush fire in North Kona. The suspect used a push lawnmower to get away, zooming past bumper-to-bumper traffic in the area and getting no shortage of attention along the way.
At that point, you might as well just... It's like too much Grand Theft Auto, you know?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
And the lawnmower was stolen.
Of course it was. Of course he wasn't on his own lawnmower.
Yeah. Hey, Erica.
Yeah?
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I am. It's time for the dumpster fire of the week. Facebook. Woo. According to Vice.com, Mark Zuckerberg announces Fantasy World, where Facebook is not a horrible company.
So Facebook did a corporate rebranding, and its new name is Meta. And its new mission is to invent a metaverse that will make us all forget what it's done to our existing reality.
So they're changing the whole name?
No, so Facebook will remain Facebook, but the way like Google is actually it's like Alphabet,
What?
and then so Google is Google's name is actually Alphabet, and then Google is like products. So like WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook will all remain those names, but the Facebook company is changing its name to Meta.
Ugh,
Tech bullshit.
got it. So, moments before announcing Facebook is changing its name to Meta and detailing the company's metaverse plans during Facebook Connect presentation on Thursday, Mark Zuckerberg said, "Some people will say this isn't a time to focus on the future," referring to the massive ongoing scandal plaguing his company relating to the myriad of ways that Facebook has made the world worse. He said, "I believe technology can make our lives better. The future will be built by those willing to stand up and say, this is the future we want." What a fucking psycho.
Yeah, the future that Zuckerberg went on to pitch was a delusional fever. This is from the article. Was a delusional fever dream, cribbed mostly, obviously, from a dystopian science fiction and misleading or outright fabricated virtual reality product pitches from the last decade. In the metaverse, an embodied internet where we are basically inside the computer via a headset or other reality modifying technology of some sort, rather than hanging out with people in real life, where you could go meet them up in a Casper the Friendly Ghost style holograms to do historically fun and stimulating activities such as attend concerts or play basketball.
I mean,
That's a mouthful.
It feels like Wall-E, like how they're all just kind of like, or not Wall-E. It was like a Black Mirror episode where they get to just play a game as opposed to just be themselves. It's super fucking weird.
So while this announcement was happening, about 19,000 people were watching it on Facebook Live. And the algorithm below was recommending users watch a Latina woman dominate and lick the stomach of a little person. It also recommended people watch a video game live stream pitched the thumbnail of two CGI men fucking each other. So basically, Facebook couldn't even get its own act together to pitch us like appropriate. Oh, if you're interested in this, you might like these, or maybe
God.
that was just the writer of the article's algorithm.
I know, right? That's a risky thing to put out there. I mean, it must have been just taking the kind of comments that people were putting on the live and being like, "Oh, we also see these types of comments on these types of videos."
Yeah.
They want to fit hologram displays, projectors, batteries, radios, custom silicon chips, cameras, speakers, and sensors to map the world around you, and more into glasses that are 5 millimeters thick. Like, I mean, this is kind of scary. I feel like it's just going to be people like aren't going to leave the house anymore. That's what he wants.
Yeah. Yeah. It's disgusting.
I want to know legitimately, like, what would happen if Facebook just went away?
Democracy would get better?
Yeah, like, I know that they connect people and blah, 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 but like, it might really, really help the world if all that shit went away. Like, I think about deleting my Instagram all the fucking time. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't done it. I've thought about going private also, but then I was like, no, after every show, I always say, follow me on Instagram. But there is a big part of me, especially as these technologies keep getting more and more crazy, while also everyone knows just how bad they are. And then I'm like, can't we do something to just make this all go away?
The only way is if we all collectively log off, and that will never happen because of your Aunt Judy.
Ugh, Judy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What a dumpster fire.
What a dumpster fire. Are you hoarding anything this week?
Yeah. I'm hoarding brewing your own beer, I guess.
Oh.
We did it this weekend. And by we, I mean Taylor did it and I watched, kind of. And it really seems like just an excuse to drink all day because you have to like you drink beer while you brew it. But it was fun. It was kind of, there's like a chemistry element to it, but it was also really just felt like cooking and like slow cooking. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. So we'll see how it tastes in 2 weeks. It's currently fermenting and becoming alcohol, but it was cool. So yeah, I'm hoarding
Awesome.
brewing beer. By the way, it is not cheaper than just going out and buying beer. So keep that in mind. That's some hobby shit, you know.
Yeah.
What are you hoarding?
I'm hoarding a show called Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, a little show?
A little show on Bravo, and it's not as female centric as The Housewives, if that's like a barrier to entry for people. It's about garbage people in their like early 30s at this point. We got them when they were like in their 20s, and now they're like homeowners, which is upsetting. But it's like super fucking fun, and they're all like failed actors, and they fight and they're drinking, and now they're having babies and buying houses, but they're still garbage people. It's a lot of fun.
Do they
I
live?
would
They still
recommend
work
it.
at the restaurant? Because that's how they started, right? They all worked at that restaurant.
They all worked for Lisa Vanderpump at SUR, and now most of them do not work there anymore because they are on this show. But they can't say, oh, I don't have a job anymore because I'm a reality star. They all have like fake jobs now.
Wow, crazy.
It's super fun.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you throwing anything away?
I am. I'm throwing away, I don't know if it's just my company or if it's other companies that do this, but you know, we're getting close to the holidays, and my company, like, so as they as they saw it to be, was they were being so generous while giving out $200 of, I won't name the company, so I'm just going to call it bonus bucks. Here's $200 of
Okay.
bonus bucks for you to go to our company gift store and spend $200 there free of charge, which is basically like, go pick out $200 worth of swag. Merry Christmas. And first of all, $200 worth of swag is a lot of swag.
Yeah.
I don't need 2 sweatshirts. I don't even really need one. You know what I do need? $200 extra dollars.
Right. I need
Like,
cash.
Like, don't give me $200 worth of shit with this company name on it. Give me $200.
That's so frustrating.
Give everyone $200. Or give us the option. You can $200, just tack that right on your paycheck, or you know, you can spend it at the store and it's worth a little bit more, or you can take a portion of it and put it right on, like, whatever. Maybe someone does want a sweatshirt. Oh yeah, I'll get the sweatshirt. $60 a sweatshirt. That's still $140 extra money, cash money, to buy gifts for your family.
Right.
Fucking
Pay
stupid.
bills.
Pay bills.
That's
Go figure.
Stupid.
I know, what a luxury to even buy gifts. So yeah, I'm throwing that out. I mean, I spent all 200 of it because I was like, well, fuck you. Like, I'm going to get as much swag as possible because
every last dime.
Yeah. And they're sending like so many emails being like, don't forget. It's like, I literally think that they think they are saints. Don't forget to get your free stuff. We love you, is the energy. And I'm like, give me more fucking money.
Money, please.
Anyways, what are you throwing out?
It might have already been thrown out, but I'm throwing away paper straws.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't know what we're really doing here. Besides making me annoyed, making my drink harder to drink. And I go to AMC because it's like the only movie theater in town anymore.
Right.
And when I'm dropping a drink twice, I damn sure don't want to be doing it with a paper straw.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like I only encounter them when I'm like drinking cocktails at a bar, but I suppose that everybody's doing the paper. I guess when I drink like iced tea, but everybody's doing paper straws, so why wouldn't AMC in those giant fucking cups? That sucks.
Uh-huh. It sucks. It sucks. And I don't know what honest good we're doing for the environment versus a plastic straw.
It's crazy how, like, stuff that is so, I'm not saying that turtles aren't important or whatever the fuck plastic straws do, but like, it's just crazy that shit that is so important, like, gets fought over for years and years and years as it continues to do irreversible damage. But shit that's like really fucking minor, all of a sudden everyone just can get on board right away, even though everyone fucking hates it. You know what everyone wouldn't hate is if you just kind of put some tax money into giving everyone solar power or something. I don't know what it is, but like something that is actually going to fucking matter. Instead, now everyone's just like having straws go soggy in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I say, yeah.
I'm sorry. I took over your thing because it pissed me off too.
Yeah, don't do anything like impactful. Do a paper straw. Yeah, it's an empty gesture, I think. I mean, prove me wrong, show me the environmental impact, but I don't think that's what's going to fix everything.
No.
Anyway, where can the people find you?
At Cass Cardenas on Instagram and Twitter. For now. Who knows?
Ooh.
I'm not going to change my name. I just might fucking get pissed off and delete my shit.
Delete it all together.
Yeah. Where do they find you?
At Iconic Erica Curry on Instagram. And you can find this podcast at Trashy Trashy Pod on Instagram and on Twitter. Or at our website, www.trashytrashypodcast.com. trashytrashypodcast.com. Or you can email us.
For us, you know, so we're sorry for our mistakes.
I'm sundowning. You can email us at trashytrashypodcast@gmail.com as well. Tell us why you're trash. Submit your stories. Tell us what you'd like to hear moving forward. And baby trash cans, we love you.
I love you.
Hey, Cass.
What's going on, girl?
Stay garbage.
You stay garbage, girl.
I will. Bye-bye.
Bye.